All right, we're doing February for all the signs. I'm going to start with Capricorn, mainly because in the sidereal, if you include Ophiuchus, we're in Capricorn still until February 16th, technically. Now, if you don't resonate with that, that's fine. I set the intention that these readings will have a nugget of wisdom for you if you resonate with the sign of Capricorn for any reason, okay? Through any system, through any belief. Always and only in your highest good, always and only from the highest vibration of love and light, all right? I am using my Viking Oracle because my sources tell me, well, I've known this for a while. Y'all, 2024 is the men's turn. It's the men's turn. Okay, if you don't know what I mean by that. And I should say masculine turn, okay? It's the masculine's turn. So the feminine's been working hard for the last 4 years at least, okay? 4 years ago, it really kicked into high gear. We are the feminines, if you resonate as being more feminine than masculine. We are finally starting to feel better. We're finally starting to reap the rewards and see results, okay? So we have created space for the men. It's your turn. For the masculine. Forgive me. For the masculine. Now, what does that mean if you are more feminine? That means you're going to be getting to know your masculine side on a deeper level, or perhaps for the first time, which in my case is more true than not. So I had left my masculine in a bloody pulp on the floor to really tune into my feminine, and now I'm going back and picking him up and loving on him. So yeah, so you're gonna be working on your inner masculine if you're more feminine. If you're more masculine, it's your turn. It's your turn. You may find yourself at the gates, at the entrance of the 7 levels of hell. We have created space. We are supporting you. We've created a cushion. We're here. All right, the feminine is here. Capricorn. Capricorn. Ooh, the Norns. Okay, I love that this came through in reverse. So let's look at this, because the Norns are like the Fates, right? The 3 sisters. So they are, in most legends, right, they're blind. They actually don't have eyes. But in some legends, like the Arthurian legend, they actually share an eye, right? Depending on where you read. And so, but it's really just a third eye type thing. They don't have physical eyes because they see with one shared third eye. But they control the fates, and they are very connected to the tree of life, the Yggdrasil. It is number 39, which breaks down to 12, which breaks down to 3. And so the interesting thing is 12 often comes through for me as a divine masculine number. So I love that. So this is definitely coming through. So for Capricorns, for February, your fate, right, and how free will can be, is also entangled in that. In February, you may be presented an opportunity to continue on a certain path that you thought at one time you were going to take. And recently, maybe just since January, I feel like maybe December a little bit and into January, that you were thinking, okay, maybe that's not quite it. Maybe I can set that aside for now, and I'm going to try go this way for a little bit. In February, there's going to be an opportunity to go back to that path in a very big way. And there's going to be some resistance to taking it because it's going to seem too easy. And so what I will tell you, Capricorns, is you have done the work. And a lot of times, Capricorn Sun here in the traditional, a lot of times Capricorns, if you've got a lot of Capricorn, it's the father energy, right? It's very masculine. It's very go, go, go. It's a very need to be productive. And a lot of times we don't even realize when we have, again, taken the reins a little too much and trying to force the path, okay? And so when it comes easy, we are skeptical. It is sus. Because we look at it and go, well, that's way too easy. We've had to work so hard for everything in our lives. That can't be right. And so this path that you're like, I love it, I love it, I love it, but I'm gonna play with this a little bit. And on some level you were like, I'm going to go this way and just see what happens. Well, February is going to bring this beautiful opportunity where you're going to go, wait, no, that's too easy. Now, what I need you to know is it may not be right for all of you, okay? So don't think I'm saying, oh, for everybody to take any little opportunity that comes along, if it feels easy. What I am saying is this is a time to really heighten your discernment, which I like to call your BS meter. Okay, get your bullshit meter on high. Turn it all the way up to 10, okay? Which I always assume is the highest. Yeah. If yours goes higher, turn it all the way up, okay? Because you're going to need it when this opportunity falls into your lap. And you're going to have to really look at where the path might take you farther down the line and what it can bring to you, okay? So, I was trying to get a gauge and see if maybe it's, okay, so Capricorns, February is going to be a lot of letting go of control because you haven't even realized, but in January, and if you're listening to this, whenever you're listening to this, you might have noticed recently that you've been trying to control again, trying to control exactly where your path goes and I fall into this a lot. I often find myself trying to figure out everything that happens and why it's happening, and okay, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out how to create a stream of income. I gotta figure out how to, a new way to pay my bills. I gotta figure out, it's often around money, but it is what's coming through big time is that Capricorn is going to have to let go of control so that you can back up, take an observer role, and really look at where this opportunity can take you. Now, if you say yes and you start going that way and it doesn't feel right, then look at that, right? Like, just because you say yes doesn't mean you got to ride the train all the way to the end, right? And just because you get on the bus doesn't mean you got to take the bus till it goes back to the bus station. It's not to the end of the line. That's not how it works, right? You can get off at any time and make a different decision. That's the beauty of free will. And the Norns, I think that's another part of it is we often feel like we're bound by this fate, this idea of fate, right? And forget that we do have free will. And so what's coming through is you're really going to be able to tune in and engage and feel like you have free will versus being thrown around by the storm, right? Being tossed around by the waves and the current and not really having any say in it, which I feel like for a lot of us earth signs, we felt that in 2023. Like we were just completely beaten up by the path, right? By the, trying to surrender, because that's really hard for earth signs, Capricorns especially. Caps, you're being asked in February to let go of control, okay? Try to surrender as much as you can, because when this opportunity comes in, you're going to need that. You're going to need to be in an energy of receiving, so that you can step back and look and go, okay, what is this really going to bring me? And what will launch me forward on my path? Because 2024 is the year of forward movement for everybody.